to the Prophecy Club. Every once in a while, I just have to make a program that I don't have any notes. I'm just going to speak my heart just a little bit here. So, I would like to be able to tell you here. Let me back up. My heart, these 28 years in making the Prophecy Club, has always been to warn the people. Back in 1987, when I first heard of Dimitri Duduman, even before then, when I was teaching Bible prophecy, and I would go through and teach Revelation 18 is America, Jeremiah 50:51 is America, and I believe God looked down and said, you know what? This boy has a heart to tell the truth. So I'm going to show him more truth. Let's see if he will really continue to distribute the truth. Let's see if he can recognize the truth. Let's see if he will be faithful to stick to the truth. So he showed me Dimitri, then Ron Wyatt, then Henry Groover, then gave me the opportunity to do Prophecy Club. 160 guest speakers, 330 DVDs, and then about 6 years ago, all of a sudden, he just shut off all of the guest speakers. I could not buy a guest speaker. So it was either I decided that I was going to make the program about what I thought, or I was going to continue to have guest speakers because I could not get guest speakers to come on. So this afternoon, I was, I don't have any other way to just say it other than just say it. I was just upset. And when I get this upset, I just go in and I fall on my knees. It's no one else. I can't turn to any prophet. I can't turn to Bible prophecy. There comes a time, and I think we're all about to hit that point, where the only person we can turn to is to Christ. Just to fall to our knees and say, what? What do I do? What do I say? Where do I go? How do I fix this? So this afternoon, Leslie kept saying, you need to make a program. Need to make a program. Yes, I know I need to make a program, but my stomach is in knots. I'm just upset, and when you're upset, there's no time to make a program. So I did what I have come to rely on, and I think that it's something we all, as believers, have better find that place where we can rely on it. So I went in and I'm trying to say this. So I went in and I just fell on my knees, and I said, Lord, I do not know what to do. I do not know what to say. I said, these 28 years, Lord, I don't have to tell you anything, These 28 years, it has been my heart to tell people the truth as best as I can bring it to them. And if it's not the truth, at least I thought it was the truth when I brought it to them to the very best of my ability. But right now, I do not know what to say. I do not know what to bring to them. It's like all of a sudden, the picture that I had in my heart seems to be disappearing. About the arrests, about the chance for America to turn from wicked ways, that you would hear from heaven, heal our land, and a period of good times is going to come in, rather than the prophecies of Dimitri and all of these other. I don't want to see those things come to pass. So, Lord, what do you want me to say? And I heard it real clear. He said, tell them to stand fast. Okay, stand fast. I got it. You want to tell me some more? You want to tell me some more? Tell him to stand fast. And he would not say anything else. I could not get anything more out of him. Stand fast. But I can tell you what he put in my heart. So that's what I'm here to share with you today. I think that God is saying, stand fast. I want to believe that he knows exactly what Americans are going to do. But I can tell you this, that based upon what Americans are going to do, primarily what his church, primarily his believers, what they are doing is going to decide his hand which way he is going to go. And he's telling us to stand fast. Yes, I know the patriots are saying that there is a plan. Yes, I know Michael Flynn said there's not a plan, but they're saying there is a plan. And they're pointing out a lot of good reasons. Well, Nancy Pelosi is still trying to impeach Trump. Since you can't impeach a U.S. citizen, it's got to be the president, and they're still trying to impeach him. Then that shows that he's still the president, so he's still really in charge. He's still really a threat. He's still really going to make this thing happen. Somebody emailed, matter of fact, several emailed me saying, look, this thing's not over. And I said, it's been my heart to bring the truth to people. And I said, right now, I can't count on non-Christian sources. Right now, I can't even count on Christian sources. I don't know what to say. All I know is what the Lord gave me is tell them to stand fast. Now, I can tell you that what came into my heart was that it's not over. I don't know. I'm afraid to say what that means. I'm afraid to say what that means because I want to be able to tell you the truth. I want to be able to bring you an accurate picture. And I think if you were doing a radio program with some 80,000 subscribers and thousands of people listening to you every day, I think you would be doing the same thing. I think you would try to bring the truth to them. As best as you see it, as best you can find it, you would do your honest, dead level best to bring them the truth. But sometimes, and this is one of those days, sometimes I just don't know. So he said, stand fast. But I believe he is saying that there is something he's watching. I believe he's watching the hearts of Christians right now. I believe he's listening closely to their prayers, their fasted prayers. I believe he is saying, let's see what the church is going to let come out of their mouth. Are they going to give up? Are they going to listen to the sources that might not be from me? What are they going to listen to? What are they going to believe? Because the Bible says in Matthew 28:19, when Jesus called the disciples together, he said, go into all the world and preach the gospel. And he gave them power and authority over all, to tread upon serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy. And I'm not getting into a sermon here, but there's lots of scriptures that says basically whatever comes out of the mouth of the believers, I'm talking about the whole church as a whole, that's what he's going to give them. It doesn't really depend upon the devil and what he does, what he wants to do. He doesn't get his way. The church gets their way. Again, he gave us power and authority to tread upon scorpions and serpents and all the power of the enemy. Okay, so if we have the power, I think he is in heaven watching right now very carefully what we say and what we do. And he told me to tell you to stand fast. And I told Leslie, I said, all I can get is just tell them stand fast. She said, that's what I've been trying to tell you. Stand fast. You tell them, don't stop praying. Don't stop believing. Don't stop fasting. You got to stand fast, stand fast, stand fast. Don't quit, don't quit, don't quit. Well, but I want to be able to tell them what's coming. Well, sometimes you just can't tell them. Yes, I can go back through prophecies. I can bring a teaching. There's lots of things I can do. But my heart right now is to try to bring the truth to you. And I don't know the truth. And right now, I don't think that even Donald Trump knows the truth about what he's going to. If he does have a plan, and I hope he does, I don't think he knows for certain he's going to be able to execute. I don't think right now, I think that America right now is in Decision Valley. Are we going to go to the left? I've been talking about that. I've said this several times. Are we going to go to the left? Are we going to go down? Are we going to go the way of Biden and the Green New Deal and, according to Sundar Selvaraj, go into our captivity? And that may very well be. Are we about to see the stock market crash? Again, I told you about 6 weeks ago, the Lord spoke to my heart. Said the stock market's about to crash. Any excess money you don't want to lose, put it in silver. Now, I'm not suggesting you buy silver. I'm not telling you to buy silver. I'm just telling you what God told me to do. And there's a lot of folks out there that listen to us. Please, will you tell me if you're going to do something, what you're going to do, because I want to follow what you do. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just telling you that he told me to get silver. So I called cornerstoneassetmetals.com, one of our sponsors, and I said, I think I need to get some silver. And I didn't know he could take a check on a phone right then. He did. And it cleared the next day. A couple of days later, I got the silver. So again, I'm not telling you to get it. I'm just telling you that he told me to get it. And also, I believe he's told me I need to get some more, and I haven't done that yet. But I'm just telling you that I'm afraid that we are about to see some big economic problems. Coverstone's next to last dream said that he's about to shake Wall Street. Well, what is that? That's finances. And then he's going to shake the Capitol. Well, what is that? That has to do with government. And of course, anybody could see that Wall Street is in very risky territory, and the Capitol is in very, very dangerous. I mean, when you've got barbed wire fencing running around the Capitol, obviously, with at least one point they had 65,000. What was the National Guard? Okay, obviously he's shaking that. But the dream also said he's about to shake the church. We also know that there's a tsunami, earthquake. We know there's all kinds of prophecies that I'm trying to, how do I say it? I'm trying to warn people enough to where they don't come to pass. In other words, I want to make modern Jonahs. A lot of these prophecies are not guarantees saying this is coming. They are warnings. God's saying this is what's coming if you don't pray. And I believe we have prayed a lot of things away. I believe we prayed a lot of things away. I believe we prayed a lot of. I also believe we prayed some softening. I believe we prayed some delays. But right now, I don't know. I want to believe that Purim, February 25th, there is going to be. Look, what I said to somebody the other day, and they said, boy, that's exactly right. I said, to me, it is more important to see these 222,450 sealed indictments served, to see justice served in our nation, to see us turn from our wicked ways. It is more important to see that happen than it is to see Trump in charge in power somehow. And how, I don't know. But right now, it's more important that America turn from wicked ways. If my people, 2 Chronicles 7:14, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from the wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven. I will forgive their sins and heal their land. But the key in there is turn from the wicked ways. So I think that somehow there's got to be justice served up. But how's that going to happen when they've replaced the head of the DOJ? And with Biden, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to happen. I hope it happens. I just don't know how that's going to happen. And I have prayed and prayed and prayed. Lord, you got to tell me. As a matter of fact, I told you about this a couple of days ago. I said Friday night, I said, Lord, tell me something. I said, and I want you to speak through Leslie because I trust her more than anybody else. And that was Friday night. Sure enough, Sunday morning, she had a vision. And basically it said that America is a divided United States. We're not the United States anymore. We're the divided states of America. So I don't know. I don't know where we're going. All I know is we have to stand fast, my brothers and sisters. We have to stand fast. We have to stand fast. And by the way, this is not the time to go throwing rocks. It's not the time to start calling people false prophets and rubbish like that. That's the kind of stuff that will bring more judgment, more trouble. We have to watch and that's part of what Leslie was told about a week before. Remember the 4 days, fasting and praying on her face for 4 days? Look, those prayers, they didn't fall to the ground. So I want to believe when God said stand fast, he has something planned. I don't know if it's Trump. I don't know if it's sealed indictments, or I don't know if it is the hand of God in something big and special that nobody knows but him. I couldn't get it out of him. I would, I, I would like to be able to twist his arm and get him to tell me what's going. But he hangs on to his secrets pretty good. I don't know. So that's my heart. I don't know. He just keeps. It's in my spirit right now. Tell him to stand fast. He didn't promise a thing. He didn't say he's going to do anything. He didn't say there's going to be some kind of a big revival hit America here shortly. I don't know. So maybe I should call this broadcast. I don't know. I mean, for 28 years now, I've always had something to say. God, but right now, I don't know. All I can tell you is, brothers and sisters, right now, it's real important. God is looking down from heaven on America right now like he looked down on Sodom and Gomorrah, like he looked down upon the Tower of Babel, like he looked down upon the people in the days of Noah. He's looking down, and he's looking into our hearts, and he's telling me to tell you, stand fast. And I think that means don't stop fasting, don't stop praying, don't stop doing a warfare in the heavenlies. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. They're mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, loosing the angels to do warfare. He keeps telling me that, just like Leslie was told, first we need to put on our full armor of God, ask the angels to be placed around about us and our family, and then what I'm praying is, Lord, send out your ministering, protecting, guardian, and warrior angels, do destruction in evil high places around America, especially America, but not just America, but also like England, and specifically Luxembourg. Remember, one of the prophets told us about Luxembourg. I've been sending them to Luxembourg and to Washington, D.C., to destroy the works of darkness, destroy evil in high places, to bring justice. I've been praying for justice in our nation. Justice, one nation under God with liberty and justice for only the Republicans, because that's the only ones that ever get justice served upon them, because the Dems, they never get any justice served, but they never get sick with the COVID. Now, tell me of one Democrat that got sick and died of a COVID. Okay, plenty of Republicans, so there's somehow they got a handle on it. I don't know how, but stand fast. I want to believe that he's got a plan. I don't know what that plan is. I don't necessarily know that it's a Trump plan. I don't necessarily know that it's sealed indictments. I don't know that it's a tsunami. I don't know if it's a giant earthquake. I don't know if it's a giant financial crash on Wall Street, or something happening to the Capitol and government, or something really hits the church. I don't know. There's a lot of things it could be. But what he laid in my heart, what to tell you right now, is we have to stand fast. Revelation has a different definition for patience than what the New Testament, really what we have today. Patience might mean hold your tongue. It might mean don't get upset, don't get angry, don't say something when maybe you're thinking maybe you just shout off something, okay? That's the typical understanding of patience. But Revelation has the word patience, meaning don't quit. And that's what he really was saying to me today. Stand fast. He was saying, stand fast, don't quit. Don't quit him. Don't quit Jesus. Don't quit the church. Don't quit this broadcast. Don't stop fasting and praying and sending out the angels in Jesus' name to do damage and to destroy the works of darkness and evil in high places, to bring justice to our Justice Department, to bring justice to our media, to our military, our government, our education system, in Jesus' name. We got to keep praying. Our weapons is our fasted prayers on our knees, on our face. And I don't know, it's like the last couple of weeks. No, more like the last couple of months. My prayer closet time has doubled and sometimes tripled. I find myself, sometimes I'm not just on my knees anymore. Sometimes on my face. Sometimes I've rolled over and I'm sitting down, and I'm just it's coming out of my heart. It's coming out of my spirit. And just I want righteousness in my nation. I want justice in my nation. I want I want my nation to continue. I want things to go well. I want them to do well. And so, all of the Christians out there, I think what God is trying to say to us right now, stand fast. That means don't quit. Keep praying. Keep fasting. Keep fighting the fight in the Spirit. I want to believe, though I can't get him to tell me, but I want to believe that just around the corner that there's something real good coming. I don't know what it is. I can't even guarantee it's coming. Sundar Alvarez was told that if Trump gets out of office, then our captivity is going to come. I talked to Lindsey Williams back when Trump won, and I said, hey, what happened? Because the elite had told him that it's going to be Hillary Clinton. And so I called him. I said, what happened? He said, well, the elite, they only sent me a brief little email, and they said, God intervened. He said, but they also said that at what time Trump is not in the White House, run for the hills. Now, I don't think that's the right thing to do, but what they're saying is if Trump's not in the White House, then evil is going to take over. And, of course, we have seen all kinds of evil already start to take over in our nation. But he's saying, stand fast. Stand fast. I told Leslie, I said, well, all I can get out of him is stand fast. She said, well, tell him, stand fast. Stand fast. Don't quit. Don't quit. Keep praying. Keep fasting. Keep in the battle. Stay in the Spirit. Stay in the spiritual war. Stand fast. I don't, and here's another thing I said. I said, out of these 32 years of me carrying the warning of Dimitri Duduman, I think most people would agree that I probably carried the warning longer and to more people than probably to anybody else. And Leslie spoke up and said, you're the only one. Well, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I know certainly, let's put it this way. If anyone had earned the right to say that the Russians are about to attack, that Dimitri's message has fully come, it would be me. But I'm going to say I do not think that it is time for the Russians to attack. I do not think it's time yet. Let me go back through what Dimitri said. He said the fall of America would start with an internal revolution in America, started by the communists. Some of the people will start fighting against the government. The government will be busy with internal problems. Then from the oceans, Russia, Cuba, Nicaragua, Central America, Mexico, and 2 other countries will attack and defeat America, and one day America will burn. Now, there's more, but let's just take that. As I've said several times, I believe that the internal revolution started November 3rd. As soon as that election hit, now we look back, and that's when it started. That's when all of the trouble started. Some of the people will start fighting against the government. I believe that was fulfilled January the 6th, when the Capitol was invaded. But what about the rest of it? Some of the people will start fighting against the government. Well, yes, I believe it started January 6th, but I don't think that it has really ramped up to the point to where the Russians are ready to attack us. So where are we? And then, of course, the 7 signs from Leslie. In case you folks missed that, April 15th, 2002, Leslie was given a dream. 6 parts to the dream. She was told that Arafat would go into the hospital and died there. Well, April 15th, 2002, Arafat wasn't even allowed outside of his compound. So to make that prophecy that he's going to die in the hospital, it's very big, very risky. And yes, but about 2 years later, 11/04, at 3:30 a.m., he died in the hospital just like she was told, which validates the other 5 points, which are that Israel will give the Palestinians a state. We haven't seen that. 3, Palestinian state will be a temporary measure to allow the Israelis time to strengthen the military. Hadn't seen that. Oil, massive amounts of oil will be discovered in Israel. Haven't seen that. Oil will make the Jews willing to fight for their land. Israel and America will go against most of the rest of the Arab world. I have not seen that. We've seen one of the other 6 parts of the prophecy. Then, January 22 of 06, she heard the audible voice of God say, Israel refuses help to America. Then she heard the next 6 headlines in her heart. These are the order she heard them. Catastrophe hits America. Omer ushers in Palestinian state, one of America's greatest times of need. Israel has attacked, America sends troops. I'll say it again. Israel is attacked, America sends troops. Chaos reigns as Americans protest help to Israel. Then she heard my voice quoting Dmitri, the fall of America will start with an internal revolution. Now, we have not seen any of those yet either, so I do not think the Russians are about to attack America. I do, however, think that the first part of that prophecy has been fulfilled. The fall of America has started. We are no longer under the Constitution. I mean, when the states aren't observing the Constitution and the Supreme Court is not observing the Constitution, if we're not following the Constitution, then how can you say that we're under the Constitution? It's like if the speed limit is 30 miles an hour and everybody's doing 90, can you say that we're under a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit? No. Well, so we're not under the Constitution. We are no longer a republic for which it stands. We're no longer. That's gone. Now, what we're in, I don't know. All I can tell you is stand fast. Stand fast. Stand fast. Stand fast. If your heart is with us, I'm asking you to become a member. Actually state before God that you are with our vision to win thousands upon thousands of souls, to teach prophecy and walk in sevenfold miracles, to be a blessing and give answers in the time of trouble. If this is your heart, go to prophecyclub.com and click on membership. Only takes 90 seconds. This will help us to get a loan for an office and a church to do the work of the ministry. prophecyclub.com. CornerstoneAssetMetals.com is owned by a prophecy student who reads his King James Bible and supports Prophecy Club. Call CornerstoneAssetMetals.com for gold, silver, palladium, rhodium bars, or coins that can help you roll over your IRA, 401k. So tell CornerstoneAssetMetals.com Prophecy Club sent you. Back in 2017, God helped me to memorize the book of Revelation. God showed me the word first fruits is actually a secret door linking the feast of Leviticus to the prophecies of Revelation, allowing the end-time events to be placed in chronological order as never before. One prophetic word said it this way: there is a lock that I have put over a word in the book of Revelation that I'm going to open unto you. It will turn many books written on the end time into obsolete books. That's this book. For the first time, you will understand that on first fruits, Jesus, the Lamb, returns to Mount Zion with 144,000 one-year-old Jews. On Pentecost, the wheat who are ready go to the marriage supper of the Lamb with the barley. The Father promotes Jesus at the marriage supper from Lamb to Lion, from Prince to King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Jesus receives many crowns, a vesture dipped in his own sacrifice blood, and a white horse. The barley and wheat receive a wedding garment and a white horse to return on trumpets about 4 months later. This is the day of the Lord. Jesus, the judge, uses the morning star, lightning sword to burn the tares. This is the judgment seat of Christ. All in Jesus report here and receive their just rewards. On atonement, Jesus is the judge at the great white throne. For those not in Jesus, the dead are judged based upon their works written in the books. Whosoever was not found written in the book is cast into the lake of fire, which is the second death. On Tabernacles, the New Jerusalem comes down from God out of heaven, all explained in the secret door to understand Bible prophecy. 1 for 20, don't do that. 5 for 30, 10 for 55, or a case of 60 for $250 at prophecyclub.com. August the 8th of 2015, Saturday night. Lord, I don't have anything to say. What do you want to say for the sermon tomorrow morning? And for the first time in my life, when I was awake, I heard words which said, this is the time of miracles. Then he downloaded to my heart that said, as the judgment hits, so will my miracles. Miracles like no one has seen, going all the way back to Adam and Eve. You tell them, I will never leave them nor forsake them. As the devil shows up, I'm going to meet him inch for inch, step for step, pound for pound. Everything he does, I'm going to meet him. If you believe that America is about to be in judgment, then I strongly recommend you go to sevenfoldmiraclecrusades.com, sign up, and be a part of the sevenfold miracles coming to the world to gather those last names into the book of life just before the tribulation starts. sevenfoldmiraclecrusades.com.